say ye nyankopon ni anabidabi. Ono ajaye ni ekwa sorry or ekwa Sunday school. He led us through a good Christian education and life. But the drew baby no onyankopon arresto. On wo hye onyankopon na wo hu se ne onyankopon ne do ne na do ye tia. That is, you get to know a believer because you give your life to Christ. Na what no ankasa etetew. Na onyini no de sum kronkron ebesrawa esesa no mo pii. The second point is adwuma ye no ye because God says, or the Bible say, the devil comes to kill, to steal, and to destroy. I come that you might have life and have it more abundantly. Obonsam bas wo bekum no asay no awia. Me dia me base wo benya fa hodi. Hwede esisi tse de na me nua ba yi kan. E de na ma sanse mu nyina si. O awia si ko ayiye ya na e betena hokwa. Da bi e si etena hokwa. E wo se ye ko ye nkoto gyanim ne bom pae no onyankopon ma ye tumi. O san se e yo bonsam tumi na sorry. So won tia se a bi a me kan won tia se ye nim kora no pi because of your coalition nti ye ne a lot apart from homosexuals. Be mudwen say homosexuality in kwan education your coalition that be you said National Coalition for Proper Human Sexual Rights and Family Values. She say a friend say ebusian samwa be boama ebusian na den agina nti ye ne mrantie ne mabo a wonu pi ehia. In fact recently nya covid ya ke will be a friend of health work ne no mo you know screening, medical screening near your family health clinic. You know what national no din komo obey ni say issues here okay ya. Nyamencha currently, so I'm the president of the Boys Brigade Ghana Council. Boys Brigade, so they wouldn't that. All the girls never come here. We're over 100,000 boys, young boys and girls, aged between 3 years and 18. All the officers never come crowd here, bro. Now, I conferences last year. Methodist Association of Brigade, almost a conference, be what I call ladies, so president. I buy a member no dictate, but you hear advice as to say, I worry moon some, say, even our relationship. Until this time, I hear what Tamalin, yeah, the counselors, in fact, Friday, you call a jura. We met 1,000 Sunday school teachers. Methodist when they invite here, the whole of the Methodist connection in Sunday school teachers, base 100,200. You know, mu share, you do mu fan titi mu. Eti enye sebio man lesbianism ni game kwan ye adwuma. We deal with a lot of things. Na sa adwuma no eye onyankopon adwuma. Enu nti eka ho ena ye de ye. Nti obi sa ya anu yi a
me say waje okon na aginem. Sam George ekon kakra bi nansen. Ewi na ne Twitter account. Na asemo ato no. Na pressure shase eba from other angles. In fact, o manyan kasa kra no hyeda agigina mu yese media say ya. Ebe wi achi no de ya yetene se sa kon we no enye kon ketwa. Enti we yi wanim anya bia wutu kwan.
Oh, me too kwan pa. Let me even answer your question. Masa anya Twitter. Okay. And na your friends say Facebook. And be dictate what governs this country. And we are seeing oh, Nyankopon okono see yes you can say the battle is the Lord's. This is the meaning. We also know the idea see anya na asemo akosi kokko adada o see LGBT yi no nyina ma me chire mu. Omo den dada enkontumpo ene nabrabasem ene they build this LGBT nsem. Now we Bible mu a why na di intro obansam. So the whole issue, this LGBT movement, and let me make a distinction here. There's a difference between sebio omwa some because of biological reasons, hormonal reasons, hormonal imbalance. They say could you be see any babe mansemi? We hear South African runner here, Casper Samenya. We hear clearly what your babe. Now, essence Obama or Babia, Nipa da Senibia, who on Kwambo, your friend hormones. So your Bema, the woman, your friend testosterone and the dorsal. They say the mini outige. But who are mad and estrogen, a crabby womb. Now, your baswa is the same thing, estrogen, a dorsal, and a mamadian catrabis womb. Now, a woman removes them. Jayana, a mamadiana dorsal, or banum. Now, estrogen, and a ma or buy or baban and nufu. Me ba ma miesi enche oba keto be this day bono nimpoko ya sorry na ne shape ya ba no nante na me say hey oba ba fie ha mema no so John akura keto obo piano nicely and no so bucket mienum ne mpo isi so when it was 15 getting to 16 na the voice ha testosterone and na ma ye eba ha no obema and no so na ma ye nya atenka. It drives our sexual edges. enti se bi o to say Casper Semenya ya or your bar the testosterone level no wasro no wobɛhu so your ba o enso wanya atenka to say the obema benya amo ba. That is what causes. That's a biological explanation. And you'll be one or Sati because of this reason. Now, sports writer, Casper Yamayan Ghana phone paying for P. They are into this business because of that. Etiminia, we a politician, so we a minister, so we a whatever you are, we a judge, we a lawyer. Now, was Sati Bien. Brian Babwao, a son say your coalition. Yati because ye abodi mu nyansa penyansa ye wonti we have put together a medical system your friend holistic sexual therapy system your psychologist your psychiatrist your endocrinologist one more dealing with hormonal treatments and your counselors one more 2-4 professor Pierre big professors one nyankwara and your asofo so nyankopon asra mo they can deal with the spiritual problem. Yakoma boom and your friend holistic sexual therapy system. It is so cosati biemu because of this reason. Oba ere yebeboa. But you can say we have treated over 1,000 people. I am a moment for Bissam say Namushia me young country. Wofra me the number back to ja wofra beboa ya boa professors, doctors, lawyers, judge ya boa ni papi. It is so a minister we whatever you are. Na so wasati bienu mu a. Don't give that as an excuse because there's healing in the name of Jesus. So that takes away that issue. A bit more, as I said, biological problem. Peer pressure. Supi, school, senior, maybe also, na no one could dead. And Banu P. Secondary school, they run into this problem. Matisse, Madame for Recubrobe, no, because school in sanity, Messeno. That was something you pick up because of social cultural matters. Nanon and say at the papa. Now I almost caught it affects the girls a lot. A lot of marriages are being dissolved because of this. Because of our school, no was at Bienmu, no giant no more party, no worry, our ma. Obey no Kakushian school meeting be, hey, now Peja. There was so many examples of these situations. Then, as I said, we've got counseling.
Like I say, very addictive.
Very addictive. Very addictive. It's a subaya or bonsam na twa by so so and one you're careful, you will run into it. And no bin so or ya kwaran, we see a ripon. Oh, you the Filipino be by or you did 13, 12 years and a brother ripon. Eti no on person who or then a young bad have eti obey homosexual fad and when you're no phone idea and obey a gay person. In fact, we're gay because he was the male side of it. I will call him and I said you once in a while will be invited to a sorry. To cut a long story short, Obehunya point no manyame. Our two son no mean free war. Say or your software, waware yɛde ba Ghana enche yɛde beba say start hearings now yɛde beba no ba ma dance ma manfo hu say onyankopon tumi etumi yi amanfo fi sati bia mu because in some way what is amanfo canopy ne say oh I'm born like that I cannot change we intumi say anya no kre eyenda da asem. That is the fundamental point I'm making. The LGBT movement one more what pose edwe no mo pe I love it I like it no one suban ni enkontomposi na braba but one maka peer pressure your friends say biological reasons medical reasons obi so wa sikasem we say my ACBC bre no so sikasem ti say bi na ono so do akwakoshim and there are a lot of in fact Ghana ha no statistics I actually say over 80% of those involved in this LGBT say poverty. Cape Coast beach wa saa no choko ne made nyinya in fact bukom ho Miami place wa e obi penimu bi Ghana ha o no hwe ne hu yie wakosi blue gate chese o blue kiosk dan o na mama yi wo do ba 2000 na se bi wa fix no crofo no ana no ankasa na okọ enya de papa chese poverty nti ema amanfo cost at biem eti ye coalition no matis obi ka say we hate. That's part of the propaganda. We have spent close to $100,000 over the last 7 years at the medical system. We engage professors of psychology, psychiatry, endocrinology. Here, hormonal treatment, one treatment session is over 1,000 Ghana cedis. And you can imagine, we are spending the money. You're spending a sika at the amount for fees at the and I was say, be Bema for the Bema, and Koshe Trumu. Sorry for my language. I have to say so, and I'll explain why. because at the LGBT for na ye ne say na meka ne brofo listen to their strategy or say the greatest single victory of the gay movement over the past decade has been to shift the debate from their behavior and its consequences to identity, thus forcing opponents into a position where they can be seen as attacking the civil rights of homosexual citizens rather than attacking specific, as they see it, antisocial behavior. Where a brofo tintin, the chila say, one strategy, one plan, one fa and say, woman him set to be omu na di omo yeno, and ya the papa. Say you describe what he said, Massa, ube mi fie fufu si ho, aben kwan si ho, nam prekese, enwa, bibi eguso, biti fufui, nam di asha masu, biti fufui, nam di asha minim, biti fufui, nam di asha meto. Massa dia na abeka.
Awodam.
Thank you. And this will be what atenka say. He has the feeling said they be also fan the Bema, not the show Obama said you true more. What do you think? Clearly there's a problem. And in fact, until 1952, the American Psychological Association, they listed homosexuality as a psychological disease, a mental health problem. World Health Organization, until 1975, and when we free so, no more year free mono, there was no scientific research, no politics, and we vote in the Sikasem in no Safi. As at now, there is no scientific basis for supporting this behavior. So Obama befan Bema and what they shall be true. Pansexual. I may define it. Your case will be a pansexual. Just say he has sex with both animate and inanimate objects. Just say they living thing. Akoko crowd to me. Na sebi o bun pa no gusu no ejemu akoko oba no abe na se na sebi o krama ya tafre ho. Your friend say pano inanimate. Otimi fa pano no abum pano no mu na obun pa sa no ejemu agu pano. Masa, this kind of behavior. How can you tell me it is a human right? Well, and nothing strategically, they have moved away from their behavior, and the consequences, they're saying, statistically, right now, HIV/AIDS transmission in this country, 8 out of 10 people who get HIV/AIDS get it through MSM, men sleeping with men, bisexual activity. It is statistics. You can go Ghana's commission, meeting. These are the facts that exist. And so be catch us say, oh, I'm in my house. Maybe I mean how be and your how be and you no cre. And
let me ask this.
Yes.
Yes. Ebinom have issues with it because of religion.
Sure.
As in nyame as against the law. Emra aban bia or wiase is governed by laws.
Sure.
Any idea, Juba. So coming from that nyame biblical aspects, a bit feels more religion, more culture, and the sacrifice. So not really as the explanation you are giving. No, looking at how a woman HIV and AIDS, maybe we say but coming from the religion aspect.
Okay.
Some don't want to even hear it.
Okay, all right, that's fine. It's that religion no put here. Media religion no hear me. But the empire religion no crown to chain for the meantime. And argue from science about the munyansape. And America say, me describe say fufu si wana mitina me dey oh, that's a problem. Yeah. And I'm saying say scientifically show me the scientific basis for LGBTQ activities. In fact,
now break it down, but because after when they were described say okay,
but my a few scientific meaning just to because a question amount for bisa. Yeah. The Human Genome Project, a scientific project, scientists, from about 200 countries, they did it over 30-50 years. No person nipa gene. Ade ema onipa ye dasani say we ni be black, be blue. Yare wo wiase mo nyina. They isolated over 26,170 human genes. Over 23,000. Almost one human gene are predisposed towards homosexuality. And there's no gay gene. They know it. I'm saying, so research. The Human Genome Project was the largest scientific analysis of the genes that control onipa dasani. They didn't find one. There's no scientific basis for it. In any case, even if you had the gene, it doesn't make it normal because Siamese twins. Do we leave them and say No, we break them up scientifically. Intersex here, omako fiber face wa. Unzo oma sheda na be. Obi a intersex, a hermaphrodite. Let's say a woman in munsem or male sex organ, no female sex organ. But we can determine the birth, the sex at birth. Near surgery, near the papa nephew. Yes. So there are solutions. And the Americans are many about say a day. Yankupon asem no kra to nche yemfa to nche ba for the sake of the argument. Science abode mu nyansa pe ne kire se we enye suban papa. So we befa obema dia hye turum say bi binimu ne that way we have sex. No. Ebinimu say oh we ye na blochie because I know you on Facebook. Obi antie ye. Kwasi kokko ba Africa ha no. Near the north what they call female circumcision. We had a reason why we're say people will engage in too much sex. Almost okay, and you're hygienic. And no more friend the female genital mutilation. Listen to the word. Look for the meaning of the word mutilation. Just I say and you're the papa. Okay, you now who said you do bear my show be true? Emma the sphincter masonate tia said be a janai one hono. And no the mutilation. Look at the word they're using, orientation. Sabi. What movie say yeah Jimmy? Do they think we're stupid? Let me tell, including the American ambassador, no, see what we're raising American, what they remember no so very soon. Now, Mr. Biden and then back I know why I'm chilling. We are speaking directly to the president of the United States. Look, the United States is a country built on God. Seek a dollar, I don't know much also.
In God we trust.
God bang, and God bang. Look, you should go and search for the history of the United States. 90% of those who signed the treaty setting up the United States, either they were catechists or ministers of the gospel of Jesus Christ. And not in America, 2 minutes do machino, a PM woman do baby woman do. Messi, sa flag no lift here no. Nyankupon ejin in South America so. And I'm speaking that prophetically. Who do open who they about to America? Here, Messi, or Yanchino Crowder, Wajim ambassador no. American ambassador or Sullivan or so whoever she is. She cannot dictate for the US Yankupon Mayu Nasa Musono ma bono because now they have given almost the American states like I said some to me. Don't worry, we will address that issue at the right time. I just wanted to take that point away. Say, and you know, say Yankupon Samon Kwan ya de can. Science, Etia Human Genome Project has exposed what they are doing. And secondly, I almost see homosexuality. Yeah, homophobia. Many abema. Homo say man to man, woman to woman. Meboa. Yeah. And heterosexual. Male to female. I didn't na sa homosexual for so much ya. Or your bema no bema. It's somebody acts as a woman. And so I didn't hear. Homo no way. Homo no way. And I'm person me said the ana making kind the bibioma ye bia ejina na brabane kontomposo. There's nothing homo. Now, because of a phobia in English, no, they Google now phobia. Just say who's Robbie. So who is fearing who? Just say actually where to be and how they are to so yeah homophobic. So that will be able to say yeah papa hate we hate and I'm muchira on. Homo see hating. We are spending money. How can you say we hate homophobia? What is the meaning of homophobia? In any case, you are not homo. It is just a psychological flip because say no crese a man to man, woman to woman. And kamushia ko be your ba no ba bi so nya bema. Means you are heterosexual. I said that because of psychological problem asesa na no na me say there is treatment for it. Ye nyina ho makwesi kokko embe dadan. Hwe adentina yen ye polygamy a ye agye atum wa ha no. One more criminalizing in US ne Canada. In fact, they jailed a gentleman recently. We have given the information to the government and they are aware. I didn't see a question call one no and watch it. American ambassador, Australian High Commissioner. Woman, you are born change. I say, do you think the Ghana High Commissioner to the UK can go and lift the flag of polygamy in the UK and say that, oh, Jessica, here graphic, we will be writing to the graphic communication very soon. They published an advert by the US government looking for an agent to propagate LGBT matters. Now, Mr. Graphic communication, more name say gay activities are illegal under Section 104 of our criminal code. And now bestiality, obiso you queer or name one neda. That is bestiality. And no, it's against our law. Now, tell me which science bend the best support. What do you explicit? Like, and
it doesn't speak
cover everything.
Everything, yeah, to some extent.
Good,
But
good, fantastic. And that is one. Two, they see omo kasa they forget to say, and that's typical of Kwesi Bruni. What they say, Woba Africa de onomra no bre no. That was when our law started. And you know correct. Ghana hani wa customary law and customary rules and procedures. Ya mani ani amamre ne ho before Kwesi Kokoba. Na ya mani ani amamre no. Etia sansam no. You see, and we your constitution, Article 11, Kase, listed the laws of this country. Yamani, our customary law is listed as part of the common law of this country. And we Article 39, Kase, the directive principles of state policy. It was a judiciary, executive, legislature, media, juma. Na sa principles no ebe she na ama yadwuma de ahyemukena. Thirdly, we share your friends Article 39, 1 and 2. Kase what say your customary laws, no, yedi yemrana adeni na yedi juma, so that we can build a national planning scheme out of it. All the mention na ya all the chiremi which community in Ghana energy sa obrawi etum.
And can ya mamre.
And can ho kran. Ya mamre is part of law. Ntina me de say Wala the key chief of Wala Akase. Omo traditional council no omo brasa no man no they will go around establish a community, a team on be call around no man make sure say san no man na omo ye no echiwa they will deal with you me ana me wo bombing kwawu my san no man you see ho omo chire omo nyina they put them through the customary procedure. I was there. The trial took place. They were found guilty, and so whatever they had to do, they did it.
Yeah, but Rebecca said, "And you're public. Dem. Oshani demu no
ye. No kure. Where they na omo ye no na it was not omo ye demu. In any case, untumi nkase say onipa ye kun ye. Mesre no omo kun opete.
There be them.
Asemu at the whole morning na wo gina no wa sori kure gina ho. Wo mini nyina ate. Wo kan de den no. Ye demu no mukokun. Exactly. Obi said them no dibonia. It doesn't make it any the more legal. In any case, as I say, you can't hide and commit an offense. It is not proper. We don't do that. That's not our custom. That's not our culture. Interestingly,
memoir call list because LGB list no as a what plus near the break the down Apostle Amwakwata the Lord's Parliament. We are nanka or babat. What's your joining discussion? Which means also why are passionate about it. Apostle Yadas say why joining, but breaking it down, me and good. And then and Omuku no Eshe said, yeah, the Etia, ye bema, wari bema, or ba or wari oba. But the ocean said, Womua, we all send a condra coco. No achako no one another. We also say me condo tea bread. No boom to crew. No the bear machine. Nini na eka hon ebi. Breaking it down. Omu dia na omugina homa.
Before I call no, I mean you see law no. Yeah, I am man for so anti-LGBT no. Yes, say a bill to promote proper human sexual rights and Ghanaian family values. Just say emra ebeshe Ghana. Your family values, just a busian, send on Bessie Atna, Nama or mine tumpon, ne normal besi for penwo your busiamono, your besemukina, that's Ghanaian family values. And then proper human sexual rights, Obamanu or Bamun Kitanhudie, any mebuno or wounini, Ababaya, and Quaramunina Bay mebuno. Send ye see a tattoo of no more tiasie. Like you would deport your Ghana, say, oh, beginner by Oba, we are how exactly we educate them. Those are the things that we think we must emphasize, and we have defined it here. We don't just prohibit, yempe, lesbian, pagan. No, we have situated the whole law within the context of proper human sexual rights because you were improper. Improper, sir, comprehensive sexuality education, yeah. Baba share konsa okay yes about here and come back say 4-year-old children say anal sex at the papa masturbation at the papa. Look at what they were trying to do. Just how many say me no you am penning for and also dey omo chirin kwara no maybe your producer I will send it to him omo enwum bia kwa LGBT for kwa California omato also will come for your children say no omo kan one of the things I want to establish in this particular medium they say LGBT movement, they have an agenda. Omo bibi omo yenti. So omo ka say let's tolerate. They know what they are talking about.
agenda ne say.
Agenda ne say ubeji atum. A very simple agenda. Mami read it so that you could in a troy. Mami kind of very simple. Ubeti asiye. Very easy. Or say the rapid advance of the homosexual movement and its acceptance by mainstream society has not happened by accident. Say we are seeing 195 countries. 2 years, the Vatican and think the other one. 30 Ajiatum, including the United States, and no crown recently, 2016 law, I think judgment Obergefell case, Yajitum. Some of the states in the US don't even accept it. But they all can say it didn't happen by chance. TDS here, or say, as with all groups engaged in social reform, an active strategy has been put in place. Omar Jine Ajunum Pobi, and Omode plan at Toho, and Omode Sikai, at and definite goals have been laid out. Just say, and not in the U.S. government. Who was a U.S. government through Democratic Party? Power. I bet now at the U.S. policy. Appointed envoy. It is part of their plan. One, we will take over the political parties in the US because I'm the dictative world policy. When we take over the Democratic Party, when they come to power, they will implement our policy. That is a strategy. So when Biden won the election, you catch a Ghana for before the election, said Biden winning, we're in trouble. Yeah. Thankfully, too, we're winning. Look at what they are doing. They have appointed an envoy. They have made it a state policy. US policy. US are in God we trust. That change it. So that is the strategy. Now, what are the goals? Or say, activities and definite goals have been laid out. Homosexual activists know what they want and have come a long way in achieving their aims. And the bottom line of the homosexual agenda has always been complete acceptance and social recognition of homosexuality. So many also one way. So that is it. And I can say, let's tolerate. Who tolerate here? That is the beginning. Right now, if you go to the US, even UK recently, what is a software be a preaching or one of their Canada, you cannot preach. So ujira nyankopon asem so cry kase nyankopon say sadie we nya de. In fact, there is a member of the Finnish parliament. He's going to be tried. Say what you on the Facebook say etia nyankopon o de opa fa to Facebook say etia nyankopon asem say obi be LG. Ye be you Facebook so say yeah. Is that tolerance? Bisa Shraj boss, me leader. They will not tolerate you. That is the point I'm making.
Why do you also not tolerate the views?
Chief, it is just a strategy. So when they use the word tolerance, they want on some plan and to take over. I say your friends principle of your friends fruponko or none the master shade him and also patch on my trimra, no so bread, no the tiaba, no the mamma mensa, no the mensa before no piano master him. That is their strategy. And he said, you fight also in Ghana, we will not tolerate it. Because that is their strategy. Oh, allow us. Oh, you are not hurting anybody. Right now, you check the countries where this thing is taking place. Christians cannot preach the gospel. Sorry, Methodist Church, Wesleyan Church, Methodism, UK, they have accepted it, yes. Now, I can't say me a I saw from Penny for Ghana, because we are in contact with them. You know, in Kitamudi. When we do airport, Ghana for a software Ghana for software penny for me, I'm a presiding bishop and then the administrative bishop. A few people were going on a trip. Omudu airport Ghana for software near Brofa. In Pamacho, yes, I had some homosexuality. No, become really Tio. Kwasibro need the ultimate free abrochire. Charles Wesley, Betch Freeman, no if you abrochire be preacher and call for say Tigare no nye. Emi yaji tum at the Tigare too, baby. And Nasebi Nyankopon somewhere tears asem asofo ba o man kopo so mu kokon but airport ya stop say Mr. Man because what be that does it not spark of colonialism just omo feel say omo de sebi omo timi se omo na ma scam ya de boy bra enya no kre o de mechi don't worry, I'll give you the statistics. Don't worry, I'll address that issue. You actually Gabi raise say will be blacklisted. Let me tell Gabi Otredakun, Master Gabi, I plead with you to stay out of this issue because Ghanaians and most people in this world say they also atheists, but we prefer to be blacklisted by demons than to be blacklisted by God. Listen to me clearly. We prefer to be blacklisted by demons rather than to be blacklisted by the God of heaven. Now wo uncle no odi nyankopon asem and the power. Listen to me clearly. What's it? The battle is the Lord. Mesrao, is that written in any of your atheistic books? It is not. Thank you. Obesi Cathedral. What do you mean?
Cathedral for who?
Now, maybe I can trust you. Your uncle will not listen to you. He will not. I am telling you clearly. He will not. I know the president. He's a very wise man. And when the bill, Matisse almost say, "Be by president is what you obe sign papa." I know the best shimono. Because I know this president. I know he's a man that has experienced God's power. People thought he would be president. Have you forgotten? 2016, when you left and you brought God's grace, look at the power that brought him into power. President, would you bill no pass? Oh, bear sign a papa on the pen.
I guess I'll get to say blacklist and bit me about.
And problem. First of all, we get it from the international bond market. A lot of the yetiaka. Me know yetia. In any case, because Brondima is coming, because he's saying, and not president or say Ghana beyond aid. I know what you're saying. She can't GG and who has the president made Ghana beyond aid and Africa beyond aid a centerpiece of his political, economic, and social agenda. If or believe you say aid, I didn't know why. So, Mr. I don't know. I can forgive. He's a good guy. I love him a lot. But for this one, listen, he should stay away now for president because he's close to the president. I Kasa man for being say he speak. No, he's not. And I'm telling you because they are on two opposite sides. The president is a man of faith. He says he's an atheist. That's fine. But I can prophesy to you. People should tell Gabi. Enche onyankopon be ni ho adi a kire no na obeye sofo me se mon kan kire Gabi se me se enche kura onyankopon be ni ho adi a kire no na obeye sofo
Gabi asaro kire
na make a kire me se yes obe preaching nyankopon asem. I'm telling you, and I'll give you the reason before I leave here.
Ono anya nyame ni o.
Oh, don't worry. Now
nyame yi ni ho adi kire na
me say Paul no mu kum Christians o. People have forgotten. No, yes, so no kum Christians. Onyankopon shia no be say, who are you? I say, I am Jesus whom you prosecute. And then first then see here, he became the greatest apostle. Onyankopon in these last days, Onyankopon be a lot of things. Wo de obem na LGBT flag no ma hoist no. We are prepared. Yeah, very soon. So them say colors, no. I the colors of the rainbow.
Yeah.
And when we back film, I had a 6, 7. We will restore the covenant colors of God. Very soon, American ambassador, Mama Sunte, and Chayabo Hompaye, we are LGBT flag, you better lower that flag. Near Bompai at the anointing oil, Gususe. Who LGBT need be over lifted self, the Holy Spirit restore. I'm telling you, that's what is going to happen. Near mount to the flag of Jesus Christ, our covenant flag now. Onyang Kupon Edima Yasi say he will not destroy the world. We will raise that flag. And we will restore the covenant flag that God built this world on.
Merci about so Apostle Amoakwata mamema womre mu bi ne mo me kanfo ede ama yadofo etie yen se within eye fabrica wo de pam atade ehya efepa efataw ema obi ahunu se wanya positive confidence ewo wankasa umu.
Innovation, creativity, business acumen, and lots of guts. Step into the growing fashion industry and make waves with courses in fashion, footwear and graphic design, communication arts, events and interior decoration, beauty and cosmetology. Abi Creations Fashion and Business College prepares you for the rapidly growing fashion world. Our courses give students a global perspective of a fashion industry with innovative teaching methods, current technologies, and an inspiring faculty. Visit us for first-hand experience of our offerings. In Kumasi, we are located at Patasi Brotherman, opposite Upper Room Assemblies of God. In Accra, Nungwa Police Station, Cocoa Beach Junction, Old Kasapreko Road, Abi Creation premises. Hostel facilities are available. Call us on 0244 366791 or 0208 135138 to learn more.
Asase ewo Ghana ha say ne bo form a omo se men kan chew ni go pram chopoli any other areas no omo obi a akwan ye nkane wo ho ensuo bibia ewo na kwan mu a obetumi anya bie obetumi afre yate ne bo no so pa. Your number is 020 142 7331 and 0243 257 223 na yama obi ana say opese bisa ye payment terms na ye betumi a check uni nyina waposo na ye oya impressor oil ebeboa wo na afi ne capsules enso ewo ho capsules no nya wa behunu say yes one onom ya na waposo sasabro no nyina no na ayira ede afiri ho kra ebeko yenhwe samfoni we ye mfoni a lawyer Moses Foh Amoaning na oka ho asem no say America man no ede asi wo mo eno ene emfoni a ehya ase ne nam ya uhunu say America de no wosoro na LGBT for no so de no so wosoro na Ghana de sinchen na America de enso ene sinchen no but ye be fa ne say
wobomusuo
but ye kan say ehwo no ye wo mo asase ukọ man bia mu a baby a wo man no anam sifo ete no esizit entina ntokwasi na udwane ko hye ho kora no a obi antumi amecho nti we no wo ka say wo mo asase enti wo mo de wo mo niam esensen so a
well let me explain it. The Vienna Convention is very clear.
Okay.
The fact that your assassin it is only for functional convenience. This is I'm talking about the Vienna Convention that controls diplomatic activities. Emra we are seeing in Nigeria tomorrow. Yeah, this is in Katahudie between nation states. You cannot go and voice or support criminal activities. Or they make maybe you might have your views. But our mind on your Saudi and into do you think the US can raise this flag in Saudi Arabia and now Iran? You try it and see. Have they done what was more raise you? Because Ghana done they should go and try it in Nigeria and see what will happen to us. Ambassador, I'm telling you, won't go Saudi Arabia, won't go resist after you will see what will happen to the US embassy. If within 3 minutes, we will be embassy or Saudi Arabia. Ghana na airfo. Before na said you done sibe, it will be sorry na putupla. And no name you see, you are asking me why I am motivated.
Yeah.
I am a proud African intellectual. Mako school, minim nyansa, because you know, when I call school in UK, why should the white man think that they always can superimpose their cultural views on us? Here, 15th century, they enslaved Africa. After 20 million Africans have died, no much emoja dey sisi omo factories no omo say abolition right movement omo abolish slavery ni ebon sem on ko si bro ni adwen o twe emoja no wie no omo wie na nsi wa 1884 this same embassies Dutch English British Australia omo tenase Berlin conference partition Africa under Otto von Bismarck be di yeso colonize Africa for so brian say ye gi hodie fa hodie even now kan ye ho fa brian Koko Tony, a president, or didn't answer found one, $400 no living differential. Came one way on the mission. And as for blacklisting, dear, being your Gabi, almost blacklist here. I said, share COVID here, buy a vaccine. No, what would you see? Almost pay us some. I didn't America, Master. Only vaccines. No one left the flag. See, I'm good to Master, we answer Ben the woman. I don't know, I'm a buffalo. I am sick and tired, and I think most African intellectuals are sick and tired of the Europeans and the Caucasians always thinking they are smarter. No, I am sorry. This current generation of Africans, we are smart, we are clever, we are brilliant, and we are better than them. And on this issue, we are right, and they are wrong. And we will tell them in their faces, say, I saw for to me and can. Yabeka. Then I'm sure we'll be coming to you, but let me just go through a few things. Because I was here, see a case. Ghana family values a lot of the discussion I'm at radio I am kind law ne say Ghanaian family values include respect for the sanctity of marriage as a lifelong relationship between man and a woman. B, the recognition of the nuclear and extended family as the basic unit for all Ghanaian ethnic communities. So the family is the basic unit. 2, that the ultimate purpose for the role of government in protecting and advancing the family as the basic unit of society is to safeguard and promote the interests of children. Administradia who I see or mining or buying so say obe protecting your family unit as a relationship between man and woman no say obema enkwara enim omunim die ana omu yeye no aiden ekwa nim. See, the obligation of parents, guardians and to ensure that children and young persons receive special protection against exposure to physical, emotional, and moral hazard. Some no making kind epic constitution and do Jimmy. We pick some phraseology. Ni have constitution article 17 and 18 and 19, which deals with the rights of children. So we are defining what Ghanaian family values are. Also D, the recognition of chiefs and the chieftaincy institution as established by customary law and the constitution as the ultimate source of traditional political authority and leadership, and as the custodians of the customs, traditions, and customary law, rules, and precepts that underpin Ghanaian ethnic groups and communities. Ya mani ani amamre no tumi no ekura ya hemfo ne ahema no omo na tumi no krom na wo hwe constitution mu a it guarantees the chieftaincy institution. It's in Article 272 say National House of Chiefs and Nsambia fire customs on the Kanwasem and yes Supreme Court. If a Supreme Court no cry diatum. And the National House of Chiefs adiatum say LGBT semi is against our customs. That is the rule in terms of our customary law. E or see the recognition in Ghanaian ethnic groups of gender as a social construct limited only to male and female. Because LGBT for normal define gender to include, in fact, they have got 58 genders. Echo. The male and female biome, but here the Ghana Hano, the construct the cast gender we mean male and female. Then F, the duty to uphold the cherished societal ideals of selflessness, communalism, and good neighborliness, hard work, discipline, truthfulness, compassion towards the weak and vulnerable, the acquisition of wealth through hard work and genuine entrepreneurship, and every customary ideal that will help establish a free and just Ghanaian society and nation. Ya church some of the Ghanaian values are a person you promote to. That is the definition we've given to proper Ghanaian family values. You define it with random. I am a journalist, no one kind to one cat. Some of them, you all, or some of them, then proper human sexual family rights. You define it to mean the rights of a person, A, with normal binary sex categorization of male and female. Just say, you test so medically, your bar, now so your bema. We know it, it's a fact. Your chromosomes will determine medically, doctors know. Now, at birth, so you're male and female. This is the rights that we are given to. Because transgender for no, your bema, no, I confess, no, chain, no, your bar. Me who be crying, no, your bar, and no, confess, no, your bema. And I feel no person who it's saying, now, or didn't know for no, or they send a bad. I mean, can you look at this? It's a defining proper human sexual rights to be the right of a person with normal binary sex categorization of male and female to the A. Physical, emotional, and psychological well-being and enhancement. Say, na julimu nimpo mudini jibibiade ebeko animu. I healthy growth and development of the person, especially where the person is an adolescent or a youth. Say, oye bebunua onyino ni bibia beko tortin. That is part of his proper human sexual rights. Then B, to positive educational and instructional material, activities and actions relating to the reproductive health of an adolescent or a youth, male or female, intended to prepare the adolescent or youth for adulthood and parenthood, but does not include nealistic. Say, so ya kwara o yin said ye kan those rites of passage ye de church en kwara no say na wo nyini a wo so ye say na say bi wo nyini wo ye bema nti wo so hwe hu ye impere wanyin say no ma ebeboa nkwara na tete mu yie na mo manyini ayempanimpa. But it does not include the following: any material on comprehensive sexuality education or any other variant of comprehensive sexuality education by whatsoever name called. Sa comprehensive sexuality no man na komodi be briye no ya boni nyina gu. Then any matter pertaining to sexual orientation and gender identity or reproductive sexual rights as defined to include the promotion of LGBTQAIIB+ tendencies and behavioral activities. Would you plus no bibia nyama he say plus no plus no say bibia say bi ko Jimmy semne ne kwase asema wa chekere a wo ton sa na plus na kire je bibia what in their show. Now me bisa lawyer for no say, where in this world can you have a plus sign as a right to be protected by law? I am mumisom omo professors of law omo di animu kika say me hu no eti enye right bia eti no kire say adie bia LGBT for na chechira ba omo di LGBT eno no so enka sa ye proper human
said you kan ye no enkomo we yentimi wie ne e be sign atwa so but ma menhwe parliament amode akoi MPC wo mo beto de Utie mami na wadwane de we see America fo anamu e Ghana hey. Was say I have made it a priority to urge national leaders in Ghana to uphold constitutional human rights protection and to adhere to international human rights obligations and commitments for all individuals. Woman shall say I work in penny way that Parliament way nanu yes mo call your cry na bebre no adwane ye my excuses and me koye we na me koye we
enya no crap you know ye cop you see maminka emra we no aya na bidwen say Sam George nko da be enya no crap you see your coalition ye shall say 2013 adwempo na see trim say ye benya comprehensive legislation to deal with this matter because near him say section 104 it was not extensive enough to say the na menu aba no e kan enti na dey see no so say ye be adwempo ye be office na ye tum no eno na ma agitation hit up enti yen ye ko hu speaker we had a meeting with him ho and MPs now almost cars almost so per se almost the same way by no almost the imagine Portugal enti we formed a joint committee. I was co-chair with Sam George and he drafted law way enti Mr. Minianu ma almost say law no Sam George there be your coalition. It includes all the Christian ecumenical groups, which means the Archbishop Nama or your president of the Catholic Bishop Conference no ota emra wechi. Right. 2 Christian councils of Penny, moderator of the Presbyterian Church or Tamra wechi. Professor Frimpong Manso or that GPCC. All the Christian groups, including all the Muslim groups, including Chief Imam, any traditional authorities in Eta emra wechi. Into Mesramo, I am among you say Sam George and Adabi. We are until now Ude bill no or say look at the long title. Or say a bill to promote proper human sexual rights and Ghanaian family values. Na tie your coalition needing National Coalition for Proper Human Sexual Rights and again Family Values. It means that this is our bill. It is the whole Ghanaian community is promoting this bill. And to Mr. Miniano, Mr. Obi Kase, yeah, you promote to bill no. So we hate. Maybe you won't. But I'm giving you the history behind this law. All right. So I say Ghana for Christophonia, Ghana for Muslim, Mifonia, and the DH, the ties are the way. Dear Ujafu, lady in Walker, as I said, or Yanchinukra, was it international human rights? Ghana law, who name change, or Mramachana, dear. 2. This issue of international law of LGBT rights, it has been ruled upon by the highest European Court of Human Rights. 2017 asamno koto omanim they took 2 years emra bia ni wiase mo man hwe article ko me ni bia ni mo man hwe Mr. Madam Sullivan you na be kire ye mra me nyini so a lawyer no a lawyer ko nko fa na
me say about apostle makwata
ma me nwie quickly Mr. me ntie na me ba ye
Mr. 2 minutes
I'm just ending on the law to just counter the fact say enye no kre say emra no is on her side. They looked at all these issues. Now, 47 judges for prophet called him. It's answered the American is interested in it. 47 judges. This is my day. The time, Baba. 47 judges. A judge for 47. We call Ben Crom. We call Ben Crom say same-sex marriage and yet international human rights. Enti Madam Sullivan away about 20 years awa bon akono kosia enya no kre go and check the law. And 2 say o man bi wo ho na se wonye sa LGBT sem ntumu a that country has not breached any international law in respect of discrimination or equality. Ton EU European Union for no mo kobo ase yemi office no me catch them so ma bon because omo court and the mass are ruling. In any case, Ghana, what covenant? UN, on say UN covenant, Ghana for your sign say we are allowing this thing. In fact, the UN Declaration of Human Rights talks about male and female, which are covenant on children. It talks about women and the family. Look, all the international ECOSOC rights are just signing in. It doesn't include LGBT rights. Unim domaye, omona abo omutrim. Now they are dominating the Human Rights Commission and the passing resolution. Most of those resolutions are not binding on Ghana. There's no covenant or treaty that Ghana has signed binding us to anything. Maybe
lawyer Moses for when yada spa enye abasa makwata ne jane de anodem pa
me person me encourage you lawyer me bana or can say be say na ni papa na yesofo no no de on yesofo but person me encouraging in there on this great medium he said this man is more than a prophet. He's more than any pastor. I'm the American. when you go to a leadership manifesto, a true leader is when you have ability to discover the problem you were born to solve. Yeah, true leadership is when you discover the problem you were born to solve. Make you a leader in that generation. He was not born to prophesy. He was not born to preach. But he was born in this specific time, in times like this.
That is it.
Don't forget, I said Jesus was not died 2,000 years ago. He died before the foundation of the earth.
Hallelujah.
But he stepped into time just to fulfill it. Until you will be a while. In the lifetime, you know, Juma Yame born so mayem.
Hallelujah.
Sometimes no sooner wanya, he's a failure. Now, I didn't have you. Now, do you know the Nyamia Drintia or Mapa Pay any abrofo ne kosunyade?
Hallelujah. Yep.
Because when you kwesi broni an kosunyade won hu kwesi broni adwene na won tumi hwe American ambassador no kan chen say you are a fool. Can you imagine? Oh yeah. Some peace now but this is the man God has appointed, and he has the oil of Mordecai. We call the book of Esther the word God. Mordecai became a god, and Bible accepted it because he saved his generation from destruction. Move on, sir.
Well, so for Medawasi, and there were a lot of things I couldn't say, but you have virtually prophesied my life. You know, Mekai said when I met the Catholic Bishops Conference, bishops in say, lawyer, are you not afraid? And then I gave them a testimony. Me and Yankopo, God has saved my life. Before you even start, Master, don't go near. Don't go there, thank you. Yeah, because I'm protected by the power of God's grace and His anointing. I'm not saying I'm a special human being. I am a sinner saved by grace. I keep on saying, if I'm but I'm saved by grace. That is the only thing that keeps me going.
Because of the leadership is exactly. In you. Because true leadership is the personal commitment of sacrificing your life for a public cause.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Obi ayire no ho twere basa ade we nkwa na ye bone wi ase bone bebrebe we nkwa na ye bone we nkwa na
Mr. Nipa no say bone be na ya chechira ya soa eton I am TSA you am a bufu keke what is say your association of fornicators and adulterers ayeton what be that you see, I keep on telling them on this issue, we'll prove to them we are smarter than them. A lot of these we're going to have Bonnie P. Hope, you to your friend Boneno. Now, LGBT for almost to say a bonnet. They think it is right. I don't know, say right, human right. See, I'm going to true demanding what to be that. So, about Fina, Senior Tafrim, I know you're right. Say, you panum, you pangum, you panum. Pansexual, that is what pansexuals do. Asexual, all sorts of names can go through. But we have listed all these things for people to see. Say, when you're the papa. Now, apart from that, no krano. Law no chile says, see a chiro. The time when you are arrested, during the time of investigation, during the time of trial, during sentencing, even when you are in prison, if you recant, say, who say, oh, I dear me call me and ya the papa. It's me person me sakra. Now court no who say no papa nya say no person the dodge punishment. Court no certify. You will be taken out of custody and you will be given to what they call available treatment facilities. They say they make a young kasakwa. Who say your holistic sexual therapy system. When time I launch here last year 6th March. Me share that pan na me pick this date no. And you launch your hospital facility. Cause yeah, you treat a man for. I took that date because Ghana, south of the Sahara, we were the first country to be independent. Madam American ambassador, Canadian, don't threaten this country.
You can't.
Don't even try it. Not even Joe Biden. I may say, well, President Namene Kasana, what are you in Chile? Go them. And this envoy now our point to know or the America Akoshe Muswom. That is what I'm saying. You can record this and play it around the world. Omodia may have flag no more raising, dedicating America on my and Yankupon Sum and a tea. Oma Matis also a Catholic. And in Vatican, Oman Tien one comma communion. Who can I say? Eti would it you? We a Christian. Do you really think? Say yes to Christo, bro, be ye shenama, ye bono, to tesu, and then the cross cross you so, a bona sendium, a brofona, the Iche, and I'm a boy, no man, Iche. wo pira nyinara wo wu se bi obema fa ne se bi ne bema enko so obi true mu. Is that why Christ died? So when I hear people say, oh, yeah, Christopher, we should really.
Yeah, it's Australian High Commissioner threatening some judge. One can threatening me.
Oh, master, on to me. That's what musro. One better threaten me. They cannot. Well, they know who they would threaten. But secondly, it's even criminal. So about threaten your member of parliament. That issue must be taken up. But let me address the politicians. Share Ghana phone paying for. Or my Ghana, nyankopo mayo. You bomb pay for people to come and lead this country. So I am talking to the political leadership of this country, especially the New Patriotic Party, because Mudi Nyankopon asem the battle is the Lord's, and the kunye bedi omano so. And to me, can you pay from the chairmanship of the NPP to the almost executive nina? They should listen well, including the party in government. Nyankopon to me and the demo be so you have a higher moral and spiritual duty to push this law. It is a bipartisan law here passing. Now, and they appear they were in Accra, in their constituencies. Monday, they presented. That's why some of them were not there. And when it was being laid yesterday, you could see they all together who laid it. So it's a bipartisan law. But especially the New Patriotic Party, Mamo party need to be taken over by left-wing radical with atheistic values, because MPP a Buzia Dombo traditional. Professor Buzia. Me say me akwara in Calvary Methodist dan papa na eso for he was a local preacher obe preaching of Calvary Methodist church Professor Buzia Enti Dankwa was a great Christian. So the MPP party is a right-wing Christian conservative party. Don't let your party be taken over by radical atheistic views. No. Enti so that your party will be redeemed, because man yes sir apam na nyankopon de mo call ye no apam no ebegu no be in self party no. So I am telling you, the NPP, and I'm speaking to all the political parties, obi aka ho yes ye can say comprehensive sexuality ye be ye nya agi to mu say ye manifesto ye de be shem menia wo kan wo manifesto ewom where dodge enya de papa. The political leadership of this country is a blessed country. We are poised for success. But you see, we can have digital knowledge, digitization, so and so. Massa, America, digitization. A country without values, it doesn't matter the technological development. Forget it.
Lamos is from when Medase, Yabasia Trasso, the Betrasa and Comway so na Yako, because Oman for a illegal fire no pa.
Catch your management says almost from you could have added more to it. Maybe I can grow, Massa. Oh, I am the brain become.
Oh, that. Okay, say, well, one can say, Brent, yeah, you didn't mean catch your
doctor. Catch and say, I don't fear. Who? Maybe your mother, come on, and you're smart, fire, no cry. And now, Mr. Don't want to be sacrament because I don't belong to him. Doctor, Metjauka, it's due to sacrament. Macadia, young
lawyer, and then week, you have to be right.
But Baba Shisha, so your committee is here through. But my main can be before I leave. Yeah. Where your young coupon revelation about 6 weeks ago. Then young coupon Yanamin or catch a say, catch a miss, I mean, catch a Ghana for say. Satan and far law no crank parliament. Young coupon can pay Senia or Ne Shadrach, Meshach near Abednego, he became the fourth angel with them. No. Ghana for your Cassia be passing lawyer. We will go through fire. A man for Becassa, America for the day, Obi, America for your crazy day. Hey, blacklisting some key or Mexican hey. But on young coupon, on near be fasa or soon, and we have victory on our side. And to Ghana for ya, Mobians law on young coupon kaya home physically. And I'm not saying God was very specific. And then I may warn those in government. Almost shekukum, your close to office, no, that is a very important person in government. After 80,000, we know we are following up. But may catch them say, because God is physically with this country. It is and God will deal with them. But this is an assurance for all Ghanaians. More being unity, parliament, you better pass a law, you better pass it massive. Parliamentarian be a one vote, and trust me, you are out. You are one-term parliamentarian. President, so bill over sign it. I am telling you, I know the president, he will sign. and all Ghanaians can come together and support this bill, because bill way and hit in fact, as I said, we have provided facilities to deal with those difficulties. Omo yetia any omo asebi omo adun pose omo de ade be den e ba be share kon right.
Lawyer, next week Wednesday 8 a.m. you be sign Asia yeda CP. Wednesday we kweda. Aye yeda CP. Abasa mo kwanta na de fa chen ya fa time no nyina ma. Aye me ba so se sia me so wo si dan a Metalex men kan show say dan so bono wo mu e